Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're back on this Norcold refrigerator. We got a new control board. There's our there's the part number. It'll focus. I don't know what's the matter with this crazy camera. Don't want to focus. So if you have not watched part one of this video, which didn't really say part one, something like go back and look, Norcold refrigerator not lighting on LP gas, I believe is the title of that video. It would light like 50% of the time. So what was happening, in case you watched that video, I didn't explain it very well. We had the refrigerator set on auto and turned on, and I was just unplugging the 110 volt wires behind the refrigerator, and I was removing the power wire and putting the power wire back on. What was happening when I put the power wire back on, you know, the refrigerator would sense that there was no 110, try and light on gas. I could hear the board, you know, a relay close on the board, but I never heard anything else. Never heard the gas valve open, never tried to ignite, and then it would fault out. We'd get an S. It's this Norcold N621 refrigerator. So we would get an S fault code, which is flame sense, because it would sense that there's no flame, just like it should. Then what we'd do is unhook the power, the 12 volt power, hook it back up. That would reset the board, just like going inside, cutting the refrigerator off, cutting it back on. And that time it would light, just like it's supposed to. And it did that consistently. Every other time it would light. So it's just about got to be this board. You know, it's one of them situations where you're either a hero or a zero, and we're fixing to find out which I am here in just a minute. Fine line between hero and zero, folks. If you work on anything, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna get this cover off this board real quick. Well, I'll let you watch. Y'all like to watch stuff. I don't know what you'll be able to see, but just two screws. Power and ground, 12 volt. And I'm gonna stick a piece of tape on that, just to keep from popping a fuse somewhere. Because I know how I am. Alrighty. Two of these screws take the cover off, and two take the board off. So we're going to take the two that hold the cover on first. I thought y'all got rid of the horses. I seen they still had some horses down there. I didn't see any the other day when I was here.
Yeah, they was down there.
Yeah, I didn't see them. Alright, so there's the two screws that take the cover off. Now we've got a few connectors. This is probably the eyebrow, which is your buttons inside, or this one could be the eyebrow. Heck, I don't know. I just work on these things. I don't know anything about them. I do notice there's a jumper wire here. Hopefully y'all are in focus. crazy camera just doesn't seem like it wants to focus here lately. So yeah, we're gonna have to put that jumper wire on. So let's see if I can see what that says. It's a limit switch. That's odd. That's what the jumper wire is going to. Limit in, limit out. I'm going to take my ink pen, put us a mark on this board, just so we don't get confused. Not like I've ever been confused before. Get halfway through this thing and install the wrong board. This is just our heating element, and it's marked. It's marked on this new board. AC, how's it marked there? Let me get my light around there. Just says AC. Put one of them on one set of AC, that one on the other set of AC. Go ahead and get our other two screws out that release the board. We'll go ahead and get this jumper wire off here too. Go ahead and get it on. Board did kind of snap in that little plastic piece. Plastic piece is what actually holds it to the back of the refrigerator. Mm-hmm. Before we actually put the cover on, we're going to test it. This is the whole zero or hero part right here. All right, let me go in and cut that fridge on. Oh, it is on. Yep, it's on. Is gas still on?
Yeah. And it's not what?
Oh, it's trying. It's like, sure we didn't cut the gas off? Had a different code. Had an AF for an FA. Let's see if it works on electric. Oh, I know why. Got a wire. Forgot the igniter wire. All right, folks. We keep it real here. I forgot to hook up the igniter wire. So it was just ticking away, but it wasn't lighting. So we're still just gonna go ahead and test it on electric while we're here. See if the element heats up, which it should. Takes a few minutes. So yeah, you gotta hook all your wires up. It's very important. Especially if you want it to light on gas, you gotta hook up the spark plug wire, which is basically what that is. Without the spark plug wire hooked up, you get no spark. So like I said, we're just gonna give this a few minutes here, make sure the heating element heats up, and we'll be right back. Okay, the heating element is heating up. Let's unhook the 110 volt wire, and she should fire right up. Yep, she did. All right, well now we have to see if it does it more than 50% of the time. Tell you what, we'll just take and hook the 110 volt back up. That way it'll switch back to AC. Give it just a minute. Because we don't want to be too quick here. We don't want to confuse it. Alright, let's unhook the power. That's 2 in a row. We'll let it burn for just a minute. Again, just don't want to confuse it. Don't want to be switching back and forth too much, too quickly. I'd say if it lights 4 or 5 times, I'd say we're going to be heroes, which is a whole lot better than being a zero. Put it back in. I know y'all can't hear that, but the gas valve closes and flame goes out, switches back over to electric. Go again. It's 3 in a row. That's way better than it was last week. So I'm gonna try it a couple more times here. And that's definitely way better than it was last week if it does it 5 times in a row. Go back to electric. And unplugging and plugging this is just like unplugging and plugging your short cord. This refrigerator switches automatically from 110 volt, which will always choose if it's available. It will automatically switch to gas if there is no AC power available. Five. We're gonna put the cover back on, test this another time or two, but I think we're gonna call it good. Yeah, and unless something crazy happens, we're gonna call this one, we're gonna call it fixed. And as always, really appreciate y'all watching. And I don't say this very often, but please don't forget to subscribe, like the videos, leave a comment. All that stuff helps with the YouTube algorithms. And I got some special stuff coming up here soon. Really excited about. I think you're going to be too. Give you a little hint. We might be giving some stuff away. We haven't really done any giveaways yet on this channel, but might be coming. And we'll just have to stay tuned and see. So I'm going to go up the road and fix another one, and y'all have a fantastic day.